Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Villa Park. Today we take on West Ham in the FA Cup 4th round, and then we take on Bayern Munich in the first knockout round of the Champions League, the first leg. And a little bit of admin before we get into this episode. The sound might be a little bit off on this. I've been trying to work on getting better sound quality. I'm not 100% sure if I'm there or not yet. So if this episode sounds a little bit funny, I do apologise for that. Either way, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. We're looking at trying to get to 80 subscribers before we get to the FM23 cycle. And let's get into the video. And they're in a form since that FA Cup third round replay victory over Chelsea on penalties. We beat them 2-1 in the league. Fabio Costa on 27 minutes and 50 minutes. A 4-2 victory over Brentford at their place. 4-2. Bubishet Tunjo with 2, Gianfranco Bellino with 1, and Jamie Brown with the last in the 91st minute. We then got beaten 3-1 by today's first opponents, West Ham. Thomas Kozul getting the only goal there. And a 2-1 victory in the last game. Wolfgang Klosch and Fabio Costa getting the goals there as we beat Burnley. So today we'll take on West Ham, Norwich and Bayern Munich in this episode, and then we'll come back for Bayern Munich, Leeds and Liverpool in the next episode. Both legs of the Champions League in the next 2 episodes, and hopefully we can get victories and move into the second knockout stage. And the team lineup for this first game, the away tie in the FA Cup against West Ham, it's Wadsworth in goal, Sondergaard, Brown, Brunig and Alex across the back. Savicev sits in front of them, Bervets and Tunjo in the midfield, Kozul on the left, Costa on the right, Wolfgang Klosch plays up front. News that Thomas Kozul is going to be joining Inter Milan on a free transfer at the end of the season. Tried to get him to stay, he didn't want to stay. Same for Juan Carlos Suarez, he's going to Velez. I think we mentioned that in the last episode. Has been a little while since I've recorded because of some of the sound issues I've been having. Poor Alex does need a rest, so actually we're going to bring in Cristiano Limario to play at right back, and let's get into this game. Costa infield to Limario, and back to Bruning now. Jamie Brown, can he look forward? He does. He finds Bervets, who finds the ball into Wolfgang Klosch, tries to turn his man out to Kozul on the left, down to Sondergaard, who's got beyond him. Nice little play between the two of them. Sondergaard now to the byline, cross it, Wolfgang Klosch makes it 1-0, 10th goal of the season. I saw one of the tweets before this game said that Wolfgang Klosch starting was a bad decision, but he gets off the mark inside 2 minutes. It's 1-0, and it was brilliantly worked over on the left hand side between Kozul and Sondergaard. Sondergaard got to the byline, drilled it across, and a nice cushioned volley from inside the 6-yard box for Wolfgang Klosch. It is 1-0 into Savicev. Kozul comes in field from the left hand side into Klosch, through ball for Costa, and it's cut out by Manini, and he gives it to Matthäus de Ligt, back to the goalkeeper for Masano, and he fires it long over halfway, but Jamie Brown can take it down, give it out to the left, and Sondergaard looks at ball in field, but McEwen, and we're going to get that back, falls into Wolfgang Klosch, who puts it wide. Ball in towards the far post. Dana, and Dana scores. Jean-Marie Dana gets the equaliser inside half an hour, and really came from out of nothing. They hadn't really got a lot going on. Ball in from the right hand side, and the header from Dana makes it into the back of the net. McEwen did well down the right hand side, got the ball in. It was deep, and it was a missed header at the far post by Limario. And Dana, with the simple header, beats Wadsworth from a good distance out as well. It's 1-1. Limario back to Alberto now. Has to go all the way back to Formasano, who fires it long. Hopefully we can deal with this again, and we do. Rooney touches it down to Brown. Very nicely done there. Sondergaard on the left hand side goes into Thomas Kozul now. Kozul has to go back for Brown, and we're playing it nicely around here, making West Ham work. Nice little interchange of passes there. Thomas Kozul's in. Tackle falls to Costa, and the shot was poor there. Formasano getting down to his left, making a comfortable save really, and with 5 minutes to go till half time, it looks as if we are going to get away with a 1-1 draw. We started well. West Ham have come back into this game though over the course of this first half, and at half time it's 1-1. Kozul now looks like switch ball towards Costa, touched into Tunjo. Tackle goes away. Costa gets the ball for Wolfgang Klosch, who volleys it home. What a volley that is. It's 2-1 here. 53 minutes gone, and Wolfgang Klosch gives Villa the lead once again. Formasano under a little bit of pressure there, gets it out short to de Ligt, and he can work it out to McEwen, who's got space on the right hand side now. Goes back in field to Njuku. Njuku to Tals Brenner. McEwen, ball through for Njuku. Gets in behind. Savicev goes in with the challenge. He missed the ball completely, and this looks like it's going to be a straight red card for Savicev. Nikolai Savicev sent off in the 63rd minute. He's going to be backs against the wall now. Do we try and work out how we are going to deal with this? I think maybe the best option here is to possibly, we don't have Suarez can fill in the defensive midfield role, because we don't have anyone who's an out-and-out defensive midfielder. And if we then move Fabio Costa into the centre and bring on Hudson Enrique for him, and keep that one sub available maybe for the last 10 minutes or so, because I get the feeling this may be going to another replay. And somehow after that sending off, there was not one other highlight. And we win the game 2-1. And it was a great performance. We started off really, really well. And we just hung on from there, really. It was a good performance all round by the boys. We win by 2-1. We've done the job. And we move into the next round of the FA Cup. And what a way to start this episode. So with that victory, we go into the FA Cup 5th round draw. And the draw is right now. Left in the draw are us. Birmingham City or Liverpool, Bristol City, Crewe or Preston. They're all behind my head. Fulham, Leicester, MK Dons or Middlesbrough, Plymouth or Stoke. On the other side is Watford, Newcastle, Man City or Bournemouth, Leeds, Ebbsfleet, Cardiff, Brighton or Man United, Barnsley or Coventry. And let's see who we get. There's a couple of potential local derbies and then a potentially easier tie against Vanarama National League side Ebbsfleet. Let's see who we get. First out of that is MK Dons or Middlesbrough. They'll take on Barnsley or Coventry. That's a couple of easier teams, as we'd say, gone. Plymouth or Stoke take on Crewe or Preston. Again, there's going to be teams reaching the last 8 of this competition. Cardiff take on Birmingham City or Liverpool. Ebbsfleet take on Leeds. So that leaves 2 biggish teams left, but that still haven't qualified. Newcastle take on us. That's going to be a tough ask going to their place. Bristol City take on Leicester. Watford take on Brighton or Man United. And Fulham take on Manchester City or Bournemouth. That tie has slotted itself in between the Brighton and Manchester City games before the second leg against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So we probably will play that one off camera and just come back for the Bayern Munich game, and hopefully there'll be a quarter-final place in the FA Cup ready for us. So Norwich now in the league, away from home once again. It's Wadsworth, Sondergaard, Brunig, Upamecano and Alex. Bellino in front of them, Tunjo and Hudson Enrique in midfield. Osmar on the left, Costa on the right. Klosh keeps his place up front after those double goals in the last game against West Ham. And let's do this. Tunjo into Osmar now, gets towards the byline. Osmar trying to get the ball in with his right foot, gives it back to Sondergaard. Has to go into Bellino, hits it from distance, it's high and wide. Goalkeeper was stretching for it there. I think he thought it was closer than it was. Balde now. Down the left-hand side, looking for that ball into the middle, and Felipe takes it down and fires it. Oh, he's missed. He hit the post, and I thought for all the world that was going to be 1-0. Tunjo now, infield to Bellino, into Osmar now. Ball towards the far post, and Costa loops it over the goalkeeper and over the bar. Not been the most entertaining of first half here in this game, really, as Alex goes infield to Bellino. Haven't really created too much. Norwich have had more of the game than I'd like them to have. Wolfgang Klosch now into Tunjo, goes past his man, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and very bizarre save by Labrovic, but it keeps it out, and it's still 0-0. That's our first real opportunity of this game, and it was a poor effort, and that pinged around the box a little bit there. Upamecano should have gone out wide there. Bellino back to Upamecano. What's he going to do here? Nothing is the answer to that, and it all comes to nothing, and at half time it's 0-0. 9 shots played, 6 in our favour, but really not been a good game at all. 1.02 XG against a 0.5 XG. That one real good chance for Wubishet Tunjo where the keeper made the save with his feet. I mean, it was a poor effort from Wubishet Tunjo, to be honest. Well, the shots make it look like an entertaining game, but it really wasn't. 13 shots played, 11, but it was a 0-0 draw. Nothing really in it for us there. Disappointing, and that is a real damage to our title hopes. So after that, the league table looks like this: 60 points. We are 4 behind West Ham, who've played a game more. 3 behind Man City, who've also played a game more. So the chance to go back close, chance to go back level with Man City, but behind on goal difference and a point behind West Ham with 10 games to play. But victory there would have been ideal. Would have been on 62 points. Would have still been in the mix. A victory would have took us top of the table. We have a game against Southampton, who are 19th in the league, coming up after this Bayern Munich game. So hopefully, chance really to get back-to-back wins. I would like to think against Brighton and Southampton. But at the moment, it's looking very questionable. It was a really poor performance there from the guys. But Bayern Munich are up next. At home, hopefully we can take a lead to Germany. Caceres now with this ball in, and they head away, and Caceres will try and pick this back up under a little bit of pressure, but he comes in field from the left-hand side. Gets the shot away, and it was almost like a dinked effort. It's gone wide of the post. And we are apparently favourites for this game, although we haven't started like it in his first 6 minutes or so. Hudson Enrique can get towards the byline now. Cross towards the edge of the box, headed away. Savicev into Bervets now. Back to Bellino. Bervets once again. Savicev. Bellino. Out to Sondergaard on this near side. Ball towards Hudson Enrique, who heads it from the edge of the box, just over the bar. Our first real chance of the game. But yeah, we are supposedly favourites in this game, which is kind of a surprise to me. But if with that, we need to take a lead to their place for sure. As Hudson Enrique now once again into Bervets. Bervets tries to pull it back. Guillermo clears it away. Bellino now. Savicev. out to Sondergaard on this left-hand side, finding a lot of space into Osmar. Got to pull it back, and he does. And Wolfgang Klosch has a simple job of just tapping home for his 12th of the season. Brilliant start. Really well worked down that left-hand side. Sondergaard is finding acres of space quite a few times in this opening 16 minutes or so. Savicev just chipped it out to him. He took it down, threw the ball into Osmar, took a touch. I thought he might shoot, but he just lays it back on a plate for Wolfgang Klosch, who slots home. It's 1-0. Hudson Enrique now coming in field, switches out to the left side on Osmar. He's not got as much space as Sondergaard did, and it's all the way back to Adair, who fires it long, and Limario can win that header. Hudson Enrique infield to Savicev, and that's a poor ball there. Divine now looks forward to Kaya. Perilla against his former club, looking to do a job against us here at the place where he scored so many goals. Perilla under pressure again, out to Menz. Guillermo goes in, and Upper Meccano can tap that away. Bervets now fires it long. Wolfgang Klosch can get there. Wolfgang Klosch on the right hand side, no one with him. Looks back in field for Bervets. Ball over the top. Beckman heads it away. Klosch picks it back up. Hits a shot. What a goal from Wolfgang Klosch. It's 2-0. And what a finish that is. The new hero of Villa Park, with Federico Perilla playing on the other side, shooting towards the whole 10. That ball over the top. Wolfgang Klosch took it down, and what a finish that is. It's 2-0. I completely forgot that this Bayern Munich team had got Federico Perilla in it. As Hudson Enrique now goes to the byline, and it's pulled back, and it's cleared away, and Menz can bring it out. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Orsini. Menz fires it out, but Limario intercepts. Bervets into Osmar with a volley, hits the woodwork, and Orsini can clear it away. And like I said, I completely forgot that Federico Perilla was at Bayern Munich. Hadn't really thought about him too much in this past season, because we've been doing pretty well. Even though we haven't had an out-and-out goal scorer as such, we've been doing pretty well without him. And 67 minutes in here, it's still 2-0. I would love one more goal in this game. If we could get a third, go to the Allianz Arena with a 3-goal lead, I think we're in a really, really good position, as that is an aimless ball there, and Sondergaard can deal with that brilliantly. Bellino into Savicev. Suarez. Bellino looks forward now towards Klosch, nods it down to the path of Suarez. Bellino back into Klosch. That is lovely play from him there. Suarez gets it back down the line to Sondergaard. Sondergaard now, can he get the ball into the box? He does get the ball into the box. He's headed away. Savicev picks it back up. Bellino. Bervets. Savicev once again. Bellino into Klosch. Through ball for Suarez. Can he pull it back? He does pull it back. Wolfgang Klosch misses the target. And I've just noticed, what have I done with my subs? Oh dear Lord. Right, I'm going to have to pause this because I have no idea. How have I... Right. I've put on the goalkeeper as a centre. So that one was right. And the other two are just horribly, horribly wrong. Scott's going to have to come play on the left wing, because let's put a genuine centre-back on at centre-back. I don't know what I have done there. That is absolutely bizarre. As Vlahovic into Federico Perilla, he's going to find the net now, isn't he? He does. Deflection off Thierry Small. It's 2-1. And what have I done? I have made an I'm going to have to watch that back. I've made an absolute balls up with these substitutions, and hopefully it doesn't cost us 2 goals. It's just going to cost us the 1. Certainly seems that way. It's a 2-1 victory, but that is so disappointing to concede such a sloppy goal at the end of the game. Federico Perilla was the architect of it. It's gone down as a Thierry Small own goal, but it's a 2-1 victory to end the episode, and we come back in the next episode where we'll take on Bayern Munich once again, hoping to seal this second leg and make it through to the next round of the Champions League knockout stages. If you've liked today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.